welcome back to
we're
Palm
back.
Breeze Cafe. Oh, you're going to do that one?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Do your thing. All right, we're back with social bookmarking.
This is fascinating. I mean, basically, you've got a network of your own doing research for you. You've got the rest of the world that's on Delicious doing research for you.
Yeah, a lot of people use Delicious.
And it gives you information about these bookmark websites. And
yes,
it's really amazing what you can do with it.
Yeah, I'm loving it. And sometimes when I'm looking for a particular resource, I go right to Delicious. And I may not have those bookmarks, but I'll go into my network, or I'll even go in here to home, and I can see the most popular bookmarks on Delicious right now.
Now, you've been using Delicious a long time.
Yes.
How has it evolved?
Actually, this is a new interface. It's changed. It's more graphic. It allows a few more functions than it did, and it's much more social than it was. I think before it was more about you saving your bookmarks online.
Okay.
And now it's more about, not more about, but they've added a very good function of being social, so you can collaborate with others. Let me go back to my bookmarks here, because I want to show you that, for example, I tagged this blog, 2 Cents Worth. Mm-hmm. This is David Warlick's blog. Okay. As a matter of fact, he's going to be our keynote speaker at this year's Tech Conference.
Really?
Yes, he is.
That's great. I know you like him a lot.
I do. He's awesome. So I bookmarked his blog, and as you can see over here, 1,125 people also bookmarked his blog.
Wow, so it gives you information about basically how popular a website is.
Exactly, on Delicious, on Delicious. So 1,125 people bookmarked it. Obviously, there's probably millions other people who read his blog, but maybe don't use Delicious or didn't bother to bookmark it.
Can't help but notice this next one down. I mean, you go from 1,000 something to 3,000 some bookmarks on a site.
Yeah.
So you can really see the impact of a site here.
Exactly. This is a cartoon site, and 8 people bookmarked it. Now, if I click on the 8, I can see, okay, these are the people who bookmarked it.
So you would basically find people of the same interest as you.
Right, right.
Oh, this is nice.
And that makes it really a great resource, okay, not only for yourself, professionally, personally, but also in the classroom. So let me show you how you can use this in the classroom. I'm going to go back to my bookmarks.
Okay. And it's really good that this is not through the district filter. You're allowed to use this in your classroom.
Yes.
And it really works for our students at home. They can use it. And for anybody watching, I mean, you can use this with your personal stuff, with your business things.
Yes,
this
exactly.
Is really nice.
Right. Now, it's important to note that although the links will come in through the district filter, if you click on a link that's blocked, the site will still be blocked.
That makes sense.
So this is not a bypass resource. We certainly wouldn't promote something like that. As a matter of fact, if you are looking to bring this into your classroom, you want to perhaps send your students to particular bookmarks on a subject. Okay, with the election coming around, I bookmarked some sites.
There's an election?
And there's election sites. Yes, there sure are. But I'm going over here to my network, and I want to show you how I'm bringing election resources into my classroom for our topic of study. So I created some students, and the benefit of me creating the students as opposed to asking the students to create their own account is that I have control.
Okay, that's good.
I can log in as them. I can really monitor what they're doing, and I can sort of nip that,
So there can be a tendency to abuse the system.
Perhaps.
That's normal.
And I don't want the students using it for their own personal use. They can do that on their own. This is for the classroom. Okay, so let me go ahead and go to my students. Student Anderson, for example. I click on him, and I can see his bookmarks. Okay, and here's a bookmark that I asked him to save. Okay, now he's doing his research. He goes out and finds these sites. I ask him to save it on his Delicious account, and I can see what he saved. And here it is. Who should I vote for? Now, I'm logged in as myself, not Student Anderson. So if I want to then save this bookmark, it's this easy. I just click Save,
Okay,
and I can see the URL. This is a post from Gary Steger's blog.
Okay.
And the title, I can modify that if I want. Student Anderson's. Whoop.
So you can change the title of the bookmark so that it means something in your class.
Yes, exactly. And that's very useful. And I can even add notes, and then here's where I'll add my tags. And I'll go ahead and type in election. Now you notice when I started to type, it found a tag that I've already used that will meet those letters.
And
exactly.
that 6 over there means that you've tagged this 6 times before?
Yes,
oh,
exactly.
That's nice.
And here is where I can choose to make this private or public. Okay, so I'm going to leave that public because I want my students to benefit from it. Okay, now, when I go back to my bookmarks, okay, and I'm going to sort by most recent.
It should pop up at the top.
There it is. There it is.
Great.
Okay, and now I can edit it, and you know it's good every now and then to do some house cleaning and modify your tags because I find sometimes I have animations, animating cartoons, and really all those sites could go into the same tag, and that would make it more useful for me. So
there's a lot to this. This is a very powerful site.
Yes, absolutely. And by showing the students how they can be more resourceful, besides bringing these links into my classroom for the lessons, I like to use these tools because I'm getting that much more enrichment, easy for me to say, in the classroom. They're going out, they're learning about these web tools.
Can they share bookmarks between themselves?
They can, because in this network, as long as they follow each other, okay, and part of the assignment was that they needed to go in there and follow me as the teacher.
Now, that's good for us as educators, but in a business community, they could do the same thing within an office.
Yes, they sure can, and I imagine that they are. I'm now on Student McGee's bookmarks, again, logged in as me, and if I click Network, I can see who she is following. And she followed my directions, and she is following me, the teacher. Okay? So it's important that they do that first. So you want to make sure if they're following the teacher's bookmarks that the teacher is in their network, or they won't be able to see my bookmarks.
This is so huge, we could probably do an entire show on this. It's really, really dynamic.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of teachers now using it. I did a presentation recently and at a conference, and I had some great feedback from teachers who really wanted to bring this into their classroom. As a matter of fact, what I did was I tagged my bookmarks from that conference with the conference name, so that all the resources that I was showing during my presentation, those participants could then follow my bookmarks, tagged with that, and they can see all my resources, and they can save them to their own Delicious account.
Well, I'm going to have to go get a Delicious account, and you might want to do that too. We'll be able to join your network, maybe.
Yep, you can be in my network. It's Lee_Colbert, and we can share resources.
That's great. Well, we'll be back in a minute. We're going to give you some consumer information on how to find your gasoline. Stay with us.